Right. I have a thing to say, except I'm not even going to use words because at this point, you know what the clues are. I haven't actually printed my boarding pass. I haven't even checked into my flight yet, which is kind of risky. But I had like no way of printing my boarding pass because, well, just printer access was tricky. Also, completely unrelated. I will tell you where I'm going in a second, but I've been trying to eat down my fridge before I leave, so I don't have any perishables. And I had this zucchini, and I had no courgette, and I had no idea what to do with it. So I just chopped it up and fried it, and I've been eating it straight out of the pan. It was like a big ass courgette too. I'm literally gonna eat a full courgette before I leave. Okay, suspense efficiently built. Where are you going, Kiara? I'm going to the Balkans. I am flying to, I need to leave in like 5 minutes. I'm flying to Montenegro tonight, just for like 6 hours. It's like technically a layover on my way to Belgrade, Serbia, but I figured Montenegro's not that big. I don't know how to pronounce this, the capital, Podgorica, I don't know how to pronounce it. Apparently that's not that big and you only need like a day max to see it, so I'll get in at like 6 p.m. My hostel is sending a driver to come pick me up. Well, I mean, I requested a driver to pick me up because it's only like 7 euros. And I figured, since I have so little time in the city, I don't want to waste it in public transit trying to figure out where I'm going. I'd rather get straight to the hostel, drop my stuff off, and then get right out and start wandering. I'm going to keep eating because I need to leave. And it's going to be kind of cool. They said that they would have somebody standing there with my name on a piece of paper, which is going to be very exciting. Anyway, sorry if there's like music playing in the background. I'm updating my iPod. Okay, so today flying to Montenegro, tomorrow continuing on to Belgrade, 2 days in Belgrade, and from there going to Split, Croatia, where there's like a beach town. I'm going to spend about 4 days there, and then move on to Zagreb for a day, also in Croatia, and then Ljubljana, Slovenia for the last 2 days, and then back to Paris. I really need to go. So this is the yard for this hostel. It is pretty much the most resort-looking hostel building I've ever stayed in, at least. This isn't going to be a really pretty shot, but look at that. It's so cute. And it's like a fence and everything. And it kind of feels like it's the middle of the boonies a little bit, but apparently it's only 5 minutes on foot from the city center. By the way, I've been saying it wrong, Podgorica, in Montenegro. So I got picked up by at the airport by a hostel employee, and he said like, oh, you're only staying for 1 night? Well, you'll have to come back. Okay, twist my arm, because it's actually really beautiful here. It's like, it's hot. Like, I got out of the airport and it was quite hot, and it's like 7 p.m. now. I'm gonna say 29 degrees now, so I can imagine it was like 34 earlier. I'm gonna start walking. Kind of worried about the temperature actually for the rest of this trip. Really hope I survive. But let's go see what town looks like. Okay, so first impressions of Podgorica is it's really small. It's a little bit run down, but still oddly pretty at the same time, which is refreshing. There's like, this is a larger park. But here's one thing that I really like about it. It's on a grid system, so I can follow the map because I don't have my usual phone access here, because it's not part of the Schengen zone, or maybe because it's just not members with or partners with free or something. I can't use my phone here like I normally would. I have to pay for it. I'm not doing that. So if I got lost, normally I would use Google Maps to get me home, and I can't do that here without paying money. I could if it were an emergency. But I find this is like one of those super cheap like printout maps, and I'm finding it really easy to follow. And I mean, like, I'm not a dunce with maps, but I'm not the best with directions either. And yet, I'm pretty sure I could get myself back to my hostel if I needed to. Cool. Apparently this bridge is like only 10 or 15 years old. And it totally looks like, oh, it makes me think of that bridge that's actually a museum in Milwaukee. And just yonder, beyond the cypress, beyond the bridge, there are mountains. And rivers. Man, I'm always drawn to water, aren't I? So that's a dude. And his name is written in Cyrillic, but I think Peter II Petrovka? Sorry, Addie. I'm not sure if I'm visible right now, but I figured I'd take advantage of the abandoned street. Basically, oh, car's coming. It's not abandoned for long. But basically, it's like 9:30, 9:40 now, and I'm tired. Bye, taxi! And I have to catch the shuttle to the airport tomorrow at like 5 in the morning. So I'm going to call it early. I had one weird experience. I was sitting at like a cafe on the terrace, like listening to a podcast, and this kid comes up to me. He couldn't have been more than like 4 years old, and he had his hand out, like, and I think he said whatever it is that he said. He was probably asking for money. I didn't give him any, but then he started like tapping on my iPad, like starting to play with the buttons. And originally I was just like, okay, you're a kid. Normally I would just like shoo somebody off, but you're a kid and I can't necessarily shout at you. So I let him like play with my iPad for about 30 seconds, and then I like hit the power off button to make him go away. And then he kept on being like, why did you do that? Or however he was saying it in Montenegrin language. Then I had this moment, like, as he was starting to sulk and like walk away, I was like, oh god, my backpack is still there, right? Yes, it was. It was kind of a moment of just like, I could totally have been worked over just there. Gotta keep a sharper eye. I thought my bag is always under my chair generally, like it's pretty secure, but could have been more secure. Now we know. Always keep it wrapped around your leg. Maybe put a lock on the zipper. I decided it was a little too early to actually go to bed. So I'm currently in the hostel's, like, the yard on one of their lawn chairs. Like that. And, a dog just wandered up and sat down next to me. And I don't see a collar on him. Or her. And I can't tell if it's dirty. So I don't know if it's a stray or not. She's very docile, like not threatening at all. Just literally just wandered up, sniffed a bit, and then lay down. I don't want to touch it because I don't know if it's, you know, a domestic or if it's a stray. It's a puppy.